Welcome to another episode of The Raw Truth. As always, I'm your host, BX Bad Boy, and today we'll be talking about the 10 Commandments. My 10 Commandments. So before I begin, please subscribe and hit the like button or the dislike button. Let me know what you think. Please leave a comment because it might get a little hairy with my commandments. And by all means, respond to them, and maybe they help you through. It helps me through my day. So we're going to go through each commandment one by one. There's 10 in all, and I will explain each one and what I mean by them. If you don't understand, you'll have an explanation. So, commandment number 1 is perception is everything. Intention is worth spit if perception and intentions don't meet. Now what that simply means, if you don't understand where I'm coming from with it, it doesn't matter if you punch me in the face intending something good. All I see is you punch me in the face. So now that's all I have to go on. And even after you explain your intentions, it means absolutely nothing because I'm still dealing with your actions. So the intentions don't matter. Human brain doesn't work on intention. It works on perception, what it looks like. So if you look like you're up to no good, well, it doesn't matter if you're up to good. It looks like you aren't. So, commandment number 2, anyone is capable of anything. Be cautious, not afraid. What that simply means, what most people don't put through their head, is that every human being is capable of the exact same things. From stealing your shoelaces to murder and everything in between. So don't underestimate what someone will and won't do. Because that's when you aren't paying attention, and that's when the person who is up to no good takes advantage. So you keep an eye on people, but you don't stalk them. So, and essentially, if I see you walk in the room, one quick look, know what you're wearing, what you're doing, where you're headed, and then I go back to my business. And I keep an eye on you at the corner of my eye. Safety is more important than bravado. I'm tough. Tough people die. Smart people don't. Commandment 3. You don't have to prove you're right to be right. So get over it. Plain and simple. If you spend your lifetime trying to prove to other people you're right, you're going to go insane. And on top of it, it doesn't change whether you're right or wrong. It only aggravates you to no end because you spent the whole time trying to prove it to someone who doesn't want to. It's in a similar sense. Don't try to convince someone to follow your belief. So like, I'm not going to walk into a room full of Muslims and go, hey, I'm Christian, I'm Catholic, I'm Buddhist. You're wrong, I'm right. Because they're not going to go, oh, you, wow, if it wasn't for you. So there's no point in arguing past your explanation. 2 plus 2 is 4. Look. Oh, no, it's not. Well, that's what the math says. I'm done. Now, that's easier said than done, especially when you're convicted upon your convictions. But you have to step back and not lose it. Now, other people that will watch this video know it is a giant problem for me. But it's becoming less a problem because I take this special medicine. It's called fuckatol. And at the end of the day, I don't care. You are not going to affect my life in that way. I won't let you. You can kick rocks. Plain and simple. Now, rule number 4 is one of my favorites because it makes my son giggle. So rule number 4 is see rule number 1, 2, and 3. Because simply the first 3 rules are the most important, because at the end of the day those 3 will get you through your day. Give you less stress, and help you win the situation. Rule number 5, don't be a hypocrite. If you don't know what that is, I'll tell you what I mean by that. It's this simple. If you can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Plain and simple. I will not say you can't have chocolate, but I can. You can't eat that pizza, only I can. That's not how I operate. With my son, that's how I operate because he's a child. When he's an adult, he will not have that conversation with me. I will not tell him what he can and cannot do, unless it's my stuff. So, rule number 6. My son made this one up. Man up. Now, if you're not sure what that means, I'll tell you what I mean by it. You must take responsibility for your actions. End of story. Not like Donald Trump, who is not taking any responsibility for anything he's done. Somebody else did it. Fake news did it. Democrats did it. Someone else did it, not him. And I mean it to the extreme. I don't mean it to, yeah, it was my fault, I'm sorry. No. I'll give you a story real quick. My brother and I, we hopped a turnstile in New York City. If you're not sure what that is, it's an entranceway to get to the subway, the underground train. We had no money, we were young, we did what we did. It is what it is. I made it up to the platform to get on the train. He got caught because the cop was waiting for him to jump over to get us both, but I already made it upstairs. So the cop screams up. He goes, if you don't come down, your friend here, he didn't know he's my brother, your friend here is going to jail. So I had the doors open to the train. I turned around and went back and faced the music because I had to man up to save my brother. That's what manning up is, to that extreme. If you're not going to do the time, don't do the crime. Plain and simple. Now, this is one, because my son's got a fan of Kevin Hart. Say with chest. Now, that simply means exactly what he says it means. Don't whisper to me, because I don't need a whisperer. If you're going to talk to me, I want to hear it. I'm not going to hear whispers. If I want to be whispered to, I'll wait till I get a girlfriend I care about to whisper the good nothings in my ear. Or sweet nothings, however you want to put it. You want to talk to me, make sure I can hear you. Because you can't tell me, oh, you weren't listening. No, you were whispering. You whisper, you're on your own. And commandment number 8. Another one that's just common sense, but I will explain. Keep your hands to yourself. There's something called a 360. Some of us know what that is and others don't, so I'll explain it. 360 is as far as my arms can reach, in a complete circle around me. If I reach out and can touch you, you're in the wrong place. Don't touch me, and I won't touch you. Give me a reason to touch you, and I pity you. Because only the mortician will know your name. That doesn't mean don't shake my hand. That doesn't mean don't give me a pound or a hug. It means if I don't know you, don't cross that line until you know me and I know you. Simple. Commandment number 9. If you can't take it, you shouldn't dish it. Another common sense, but these are things that are written in stone with me, except for rule number 3. Rule number 3 is very difficult, but I do get it done the best I can at this point in my old ass age. But if you can't take a punch in the face, don't punch me in the face. It's that simple. You can't take being called a bitch, don't call me a bitch. You can't take being called a bitch, Don't call me any motherfucking name but my goddamn name. Don't call me motherfucker, don't call me asshole, don't call me dick, don't call me anything if you're not prepared for me to call you something. And bitch would be it. Or cunt. You don't like it? Kick rocks. Stay the fuck away from me. Because you're not going to disrespect me and just willy-nilly it. Not happening. And finally, one of my favorites. Commandment number 10. Beware of what you ask for, because you might get it and not want it. Now, you ask yourself, what the fuck does that mean? How could I ask for something, get it, and not want it? Okay, it's a sarcastic statement, and it's also a legitimate statement, because you may ask me something like, do you really love me? And the answer might hurt you. The truth, mind you, because that's what you're going to get. And say you want to know if I love you, and I tell you no, you're probably going to get hurt. So don't ask that question if you are not ready for a no. And don't ask that question if you're not ready for a yes. There's many girlfriends of mine or females I dated in my past that weren't ready to know that I loved them or not. But they asked the question. And when they found the answer, both ways, they both went nuts. Not two girls at the same time, mind you. Two different girls, two different situations, got two different answers, and both of them didn't like it. So yes, one girl got told I loved her, one girl got told I don't. And they both didn't like it. This is why men go, what the fuck? But I understand it, and I ain't mad at it. But if you're not ready for a yes or a no, don't ask. Because I'm going to be dead honest with you. I'm going to be blunt, to the point. You ask me, do those jeans make your ass look big? Guess what? If they do, I'm going to tell you. If you ask me, am I a good guy? If you ain't, I'm going to tell you you ain't. I don't got time for games. I have a motto, and it's the one I've lived by for over 30 years now. I'd rather you hate me for the truth than love me for a lie. If I could afford that tattoo, it'd be across my back. I mean, I have my son's tattoo here and a curse on the back of my shoulder. We'll talk about that later. So, I'd rather tell you something that hurts than bullshit you, and not only are you going to get hurt, but now you can't trust me. Trust is very important to me. If I can't trust you, you can't trust me, there's no point talking anymore. So, I'd rather you hate me for the truth than love me for a lie. In the particular situation. Because I may tell you the truth and you may not hate me for it. But the idea is that I'm going to always be blunt and to the point. I'm not going to call you a fat bitch or a fat asshole. I mean, playing around, we might go there, but that's different. But I'm not going to belittle you and bash you. But I'm going to be honest. Do I look fat? Yes, if that is the case. No, if it's not the case. Then to tell you whatever makes you feel better. I can't bring myself to do that. I don't do that with my son. I don't do that with anybody. If I think you're being stupid and you ask me, I'm going to tell you. So, those are my 10 commandments. Please subscribe. I could use the help. I actually care more about the comments because again, as I say every episode damn near, I want the dialogue. I don't like talking to myself. So, I was hoping that this would spark somebody's anger because, religion and all. That's why I call it 10 Commandments. And I'm a cocksucker. What can I tell you? And not literally. But I thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And there's plenty more to come because I've got plenty to say. I just uploaded Parenting 101 on 10/30/2020. I'm gonna upload Parenting 201. I'm trying to do the whole college joke. And there'll be more Marvel vs. DC, where I pick characters and find their counterparts and say, in my opinion, which one's gonna win a fight. And an episode my brother's involved, he'll say his if we disagree. Feel free to comment on those too. I want to know what you guys think. I'm assuming no one's commented on them because everybody agrees. Feel free. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to converse with you. That's what this is about. So on that note, it's 12:48 a.m. Eastern Time. On that note, peace.